my YouTube fans. Welcome again to the Stephen Williams Show. Now today I want to share with you a clipping that I received on WhatsApp by Boris Johnson from UK. And when I listen to this guy speak, he's talking about how the Internet of Things is gonna shape our world, and it's gonna put us on so much surveillance to the point where even our bed, when we are in our bedrooms, everywhere, we will be under surveillance. Just listen to this clip.
Tools that we acquired, but over which we, the human race, had the advantage, which we controlled, and that is not necessarily the case in the digital age. You may keep your secrets from your friends, from your parents, your children, your doctor, even your personal trainer, but it takes real effort to conceal your thoughts from Google. And if that is true today, in future, there may be nowhere to hide. Smart cities will pullulate with sensors, all joined together by the Internet of Things. But this technology could also be used to keep every citizen under round-the-clock surveillance. A future Alexa will pretend to take orders, but this Alexa will be watching you, clucking her tongue and stamping her foot. In future, voice connectivity will be in every room and almost every object. Your mattress will monitor your nightmare, and every one of them minutely transcribing your every habit in tiny electronic shorthand, stored not in their chips or in their innards, nowhere you can find it, but in some great cloud of data. There are today people who are still actually anti-science, a whole movement called the anti-vaxxers, who refuse to acknowledge the evidence that vaccinations have eradicated smallpox, and who by their prejudices are actually endangering the very children they want to protect. And I totally reject this anti-scientific pessimism. I'm profoundly optimistic about the ability of new technology to serve as a liberator and to remake the world wondrously and benignly. Indeed, in countless respects, technology is already doing just that. Nanotechnology, I mentioned earlier, revolutionizing medicine by designing robots a fraction of the size of a red blood cell, capable of swimming through our bodies, dispensing medicine and attacking malignant cells like some Star Wars armada.
Can you believe it? These old men who have lived their life of freedom, these old boys who have achieved all that they wanted, they have achieved enough money, they have achieved enough status, they have achieved enough power, and they're so power hungry that they think it is okay for them to put us and the rest of the world and their children and my children and your children under constant surveillance. That even if you're in your bedroom, they can tell what you're doing or watch what you're doing. I mean, something is wrong with these leaders. Something is wrong with the minds of these people. I think now we are being led by insane, psychopathic people. Why do you think it is okay for you to have lived your life of freedom? You have privacy in your bedroom, privacy, and you have lived a nice life. But now, because you're getting old and you're near the cemetery, it's time for you to depart this world by putting everybody's life under slavery, under stress, under surveillance, that people have no freedom. Can you believe these people? Can you really believe that these people are real, for real? live in a world, and you know, before I even say that, I wonder if these guys know that the same knife that you use to stick the sheep, you can use it to stick the goat. The same man who dig a pit for somebody need to dig two. That's what the Bible tells us. Because when you dig one pit for somebody, you need to be digging one for yourself. Because they are going to live under surveillance too. Their children are going to live under that slavery system too. Their children's children and children's children, if God does not show up, are going to live under that tyrannical system of control. And they're okay with it. Why? Because they have all lived their lives already and just next door to the cemetery. Let me tell you something, friends. We're living in a crazy, crazy world run by psychopaths. And I don't care if they want to ban my video, but they are psychopaths who want to control people to the point where you can't even go in your bathroom without them knowing what you're doing in there. But you know, I said today to one of my cousins, let them watch. You want me to put on a show for you? I'm going to put on a show for you. Since as y'all want to invade our bedrooms, our bathroom, I'm going to put on a show for all y'all. Because you're a psychopath and you're sick in the head to want to be able to manipulate and control human beings. I mean, if you try to do that with criminals, I can understand. But to say that you want to control the world, that we have no privacy, no intimacy, and that you're not aware, you got to be listening. You got to be watching through the phone, and that's the world. And everybody is sitting down and is accepting this. Listen to me. If you're a police officer and you listen to this, your children is going to live under that. Are you good with that? If you're a soldier, a marine, whatever, are you okay with living in such a tyrannical world? Are you okay with it? Because you're digging a hole and you think you're just going to control people. It's going to come back to haunt you. So all of you are making and supporting this tyranny that is existing in this world, you are going to be sorry. You're locking up people, you're arresting people for some orders that you get because you get a paycheck. Let me tell you something, it is wrong what you're doing because you're creating a future that is dark for your children and your children's children. And you know what is more, people? When you look back in Bible history, for those of you who believes in the Bible, you will notice that Satan's system has been a system of bondage. Under the Pharaohs, God's people, the Israelites, were placed under Egyptian bondage. But what happened? What happened? Pharaoh's army was drowned. God's people was delivered. Go back in the book of Daniel and you will see that the children of Jerusalem was taken captive and taken to Babylon. Among those were 3 Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as well as Daniel. Majority of them weren't faithful to God, so they were bowing before the image and what have you. But while they were under bondage, those who stood for God, God delivers them. Because Satan's system is about control and bondage and surveillance. That's where we are today. And the book of Revelation that I've been studying tells us that there is coming this system that you cannot buy or sell except you do a false worship. And I think that is where we're going. So once again, it's a satanic system of control, of enslavement, and putting people under bondage, and then even forcing people to do what they want to do, and to also worship how they want us to worship. So once again, all these leaders who are going for this system, Maybe they maybe not know, but they are being led by Satan himself to fulfill the purpose of Satan. But I want to remind them that there's a God who will deliver his children from their satanic bondage. So have fun while it lasts. Do all you can. You can kill the body, but you can't kill God's people. You can't kill the soul. God says in his word, don't be afraid of those who can take your body, because this is physical. Be afraid of the one who is able to take body, soul, and spirit. Y'all can't do that. So all the power that you're seeking from the devil, you will have limited power still. So no matter what y'all are doing, you are of the devil. I am saying it. Yeah, look in my face. You all are satanic. And you all are going to see your riches are going to come to crap. Your riches are going to turn to ashes. Yourself, you're going to turn to dust and ashes, because ashes and dust you are, and you will return to it whether you like it or not. So all your billions will not be able to save your soul or to prolong your life beyond what Almighty God allows. So y'all can use your money because you have it, and your status and your power, and use it to abuse people. Abuse people and abuse your power and abuse your authority. But you all are just demons and Satan's children and children of the dragon. But I want to leave you with something. Y'all can set up your new world order. Y'all can do all that you think you're going to get away with. Just remember, everything here is temporary. And God will allow so much of you to have so much power no more. Because while you all are building up your kingdom down here, there's a God who is coming back. Go read Daniel chapter 2. And he's coming to crush you. Because you all are getting out of hand. You're out of order to want to control people. This guy is so proud of what they will do to people, and he's boasting about it. Because he's sick. And a lot of the leaders today are sick. They're sick because it's the money making them sick. The power gets into their head, and the devil has controlled their life. Let me tell you, I'm gone. I'm not even going to say anything more. Y'all can be happy with what we're going through right now. I'm not.